Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Knowledge Journey. My name is John, and I'm thrilled to have you here with me today. As a member of our dedicated team, I've spent countless hours delving into the depths of philosophy and psychology to bring you insights that truly matter. Today, we're embarking on a profound exploration, a journey that could very well change your life. We're going to dive into 10 Stoic questions that, if pondered deeply, can reshape your perspective and transform your existence. You see, life isn't just about the moments we experience. It's about how we interpret and respond to those moments. In the quiet reflections of our mind, we often find the keys to unlocking a more meaningful and fulfilling life. And it is within these reflections that Stoic philosophy offers its timeless wisdom. Think about this. What if, in the midst of life's chaos, you could find a serene center? A place where clarity reigns and peace prevails. These questions I'm about to share with you aren't just philosophical musings. They're powerful tools for introspection, designed to cut through the noise and help you discover what truly matters. Each question we explore today will challenge you to look inward, to confront your fears, to embrace gratitude, and to live in accordance with nature. They are not easy questions, but they are essential ones. They have the power to provoke profound insights, spark deep emotional responses, and ultimately guide you towards a life of greater wisdom and purpose. Now, I know what you're thinking. Philosophy can sometimes feel distant, abstract, even a bit lofty. But I promise you, these questions are grounded in the reality of our everyday lives. They speak to our common struggles, our shared aspirations, and the universal quest for a life well lived. So sit back, relax, and let's embark on this journey together. Let these questions resonate within you, stir your emotions, and guide your thoughts. And remember, in the words of Marcus Aurelius, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Thank you for joining me on this exploration. Let's dive in and discover the transformative power of Stoic wisdom. Question 1. What is truly in my control? Let's begin with a question that lies at the very heart of Stoicism. What is truly in my control? This question is deceptively simple, yet its implications are profound. In our daily lives, we often find ourselves overwhelmed by circumstances beyond our control, whether it's the behavior of others, the outcome of events, or even the unpredictable nature of life itself. But imagine this. What if you could free yourself from this constant turmoil by focusing solely on what you can control? This is the essence of the Stoic dichotomy of control. It's about recognizing the clear boundary between what is within our power and what is not. Consider this. You can control your thoughts, your actions, and your responses. You cannot control external events, other people's opinions, or the passage of time. By directing your energy towards your own actions and attitudes, you liberate yourself from the anxiety and frustration that often accompany things beyond your grasp. Let me share a personal story. There was a time when I faced a significant challenge at work. A project I had poured my heart into was suddenly derailed by factors outside my control. I was frustrated, angry, and felt helpless. But then I remembered this fundamental Stoic principle. I took a step back and asked myself, what can I control in this situation? The answer was clear. I could control my response, my attitude, and my next steps. By focusing on what I could do rather than what I couldn't, I found a sense of calm and clarity. I was able to navigate the situation more effectively without being weighed down by the uncontrollable elements. This shift in perspective was empowering, and it allowed me to move forward with resilience and confidence. So, I invite you to reflect on this question in your own life. The next time you feel overwhelmed or stressed, pause and ask yourself, what is truly in my control? You'll find that by narrowing your focus to what you can influence, you gain a sense of peace and empowerment that can transform how you navigate life's challenges. As we continue this journey through the remaining Stoic questions, Keep this principle in mind. It's a guiding star that will help you find your way through even the most turbulent times. Remember, the power to change your life starts with recognizing what you can control and letting go of what you cannot. Question 2. What am I avoiding? Now let's move to the next question that often lurks in the shadows of our minds. What am I avoiding? Avoidance is a natural human response. We all have things we prefer to sidestep, whether it's difficult conversations, uncomfortable truths, or challenging tasks. But what if facing what we avoid could lead to growth and liberation? Think about it. What are the things you consistently put off or run away from? Maybe it's a relationship issue you've been sweeping under the rug, a professional challenge you've been procrastinating on, or a personal fear that keeps you from living fully. These avoided aspects of our lives don't disappear. They fester and grow, often causing more pain and anxiety than if we faced them head-on. Let me share a story from my own experience. There was a time when I was avoiding a difficult conversation with a close friend. There were misunderstandings and unspoken grievances that created a chasm between us. The longer I avoided it, the wider the gap became, and the more it weighed on my heart. I was afraid of the confrontation, of the potential fallout. One day, I decided to confront this avoidance. I mustered the courage to have the conversation. It was uncomfortable and emotional, but it was also liberating. By facing what I was avoiding, I was able to clear the air, mend the relationship, and move forward with a lighter heart. The relief and clarity that came from addressing the issue far outweighed the temporary discomfort of the confrontation. Avoidance often keeps us stuck, preventing us from growing and experiencing life fully. When we face what we avoid, we step into our power and take control of our destiny. It's not about being fearless. It's about being courageous enough to confront our fears and challenges. So I ask you, what are you avoiding in your life? Identify it, confront it, and watch how it transforms your reality. Remember, growth and liberation lie just beyond the boundaries of our comfort zones. By facing what we avoid, we open the door to new possibilities and a more fulfilling life. As we continue to explore these Stoic questions, keep in mind that each one is designed to peel back the layers of your soul, revealing deeper truths and greater wisdom. Embrace the discomfort, for it is through this process that we find our true strength and clarity. Question 3. What would I do if I had no fear? Let's delve into a question that invites us to imagine a life without limitations. What would I do if I had no fear? Fear is a powerful force. It can protect us from danger, but it can also imprison us, keeping us from pursuing our dreams and living fully. Imagine waking up each day without the weight of fear holding you back. What bold decisions would you make? What passions would you pursue? What conversations would you have? This question is not about dismissing fear as irrelevant, but about recognizing how often it governs our choices and limits our potential. I recall a time in my life when fear dictated my actions. I was considering a significant career change, something I felt deeply passionate about but was terrified to pursue. The fear of failure, the fear of the unknown, and the fear of leaving the familiar behind were paralyzing. But then I asked myself, what would I do if I had no fear? The answer was clear. I would take the leap. I would follow my passion and trust in my abilities. And so, despite the fear, I made the change. It wasn't easy, and there were moments of doubt, but the fulfillment and growth I experienced were beyond anything I could have imagined. Facing my fear opened doors to opportunities and personal growth that I never knew existed. Fear often magnifies the risks and minimizes the potential rewards. By asking what you would do without fear, you can start to see beyond the immediate apprehensions and envision the possibilities. This shift in perspective can be the catalyst for profound change. Think about your own life. What dreams have you shelved because of fear? What conversations have you avoided? What changes have you postponed? Take a moment to imagine living without those fears. What would you do differently? How would your life change? By confronting our fears and asking ourselves this powerful question, we can begin to break free from the constraints that hold us back. We can take bold steps towards our dreams, embrace new opportunities, and live a life that truly reflects our deepest desires. As we continue on this journey through Stoic questions, remember that each question is a tool for self-discovery and empowerment. Embrace the courage to envision a life without fear and take the steps necessary to make that vision a reality. Question 4. What is the worst that could happen? Now, let's explore a question that invites us to face our deepest anxieties head-on. What is the worst that could happen? This question is rooted in the Stoic practice of negative visualization, envisioning the worst-case scenarios to prepare ourselves mentally and emotionally. We often find ourselves paralyzed by the fear of potential outcomes. The unknown looms large, and our minds tend to exaggerate the negative possibilities. But what if we took a moment to confront these fears directly? What if we allowed ourselves to imagine the worst that could happen? I'll share a personal story. There was a period when I was faced with a daunting financial decision. The fear of losing everything gripped me. I was consumed by the what-ifs. Then, I decided to confront my fears by asking myself, what is the worst that could happen? I visualized the worst-case scenario, losing my investment, facing financial hardship, starting over from scratch. In doing so, something remarkable happened. I realized that even in the worst-case scenario, I would survive. I would find a way to rebuild, to recover, to move forward. This realization didn't eliminate the risks, but it reduced their power over me. It gave me a sense of resilience and clarity. I was able to make my decision with a clear mind, knowing that I could handle whatever came my way. By confronting the worst, we strip it of its power. We see it for what it is, a possibility, but not an insurmountable one. This practice can be incredibly liberating. It helps us build resilience and prepares us for adversity. It also allows us to appreciate the present more fully, knowing that we are capable of handling whatever the future holds. Consider your own life. What fears are holding you back? What risks are you afraid to take? Take a moment to imagine the worst that could happen. Visualize it in detail. Then ask yourself, how would you cope? What steps would you take to recover? Often, you'll find that the worst-case scenario, while challenging, is not as devastating as your fears make it out to be. As we continue through these Stoic questions, remember that each one is a tool to help you navigate life's uncertainties with greater wisdom and courage. Embrace the practice of negative visualization and let it empower you to face your fears and make decisions with confidence. Question 5. What am I grateful for? Now let's turn our attention to a question that cultivates a sense of appreciation and contentment. What am I grateful for? In the hustle and bustle of our daily lives, it's easy to lose sight of the many blessings we have. Yet, gratitude is a powerful practice that can transform our outlook and enhance our well-being. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have. It reminds us of the positive aspects of our lives, no matter how small they may seem. When we take the time to acknowledge and appreciate these things, we nurture a sense of contentment and joy that can sustain us through difficult times. Let me share a personal story. There was a period in my life when I was overwhelmed by challenges. Work was stressful, personal relationships were strained, and I felt like I was constantly swimming upstream. In the midst of this turmoil, I decided to start a daily gratitude practice. Every morning, I would take a few moments to reflect on what I was grateful for. At first, it felt forced, but gradually I began to notice the small things, the warmth of the morning sun, a kind gesture from a friend, a quiet moment of peace. These reflections started to shift my perspective. I found myself feeling lighter, more optimistic, and better equipped to handle the challenges I faced. Gratitude doesn't eliminate our problems, but it changes how we perceive them. It helps us see the silver linings and appreciate the beauty in our lives, even amidst adversity. It's a reminder that no matter how tough things get, there are always reasons to be thankful. So I invite you to ask yourself, what am I grateful for? Take a moment each day to reflect on this question. It could be something as simple as a good meal, the support of a loved one, or the beauty of nature. Write it down, savor it, and let it fill your heart with warmth and appreciation. As we journey through these Stoic questions, remember that gratitude is a cornerstone of a fulfilled life. It's a practice that connects us to the present moment and helps us navigate the ups and downs with grace and resilience. Embrace the power of gratitude and let it illuminate your path. Question 6. How can I live according to nature? Now let's explore a question that speaks to the essence of Stoic philosophy. How can I live according to nature? Living according to nature means aligning our lives with the natural order of the world and understanding our place within it. It's about harmony, balance, and acceptance. In today's fast-paced world, we often find ourselves disconnected from nature and consequently from our true selves. We get caught up in the hustle, the noise, and the endless demands of modern life. But Stoicism reminds us that to live well, we must return to a state of harmony with the natural world and our own nature. Think about the rhythms of nature, the cycles of the seasons, the rise and fall of the sun, the ebb and flow of the tides. These natural processes are steady, predictable, and serene. They teach us about patience, resilience, and the inevitability of change. By observing and embracing these rhythms, we can find a sense of peace and stability in our own lives. Let me share a personal experience. There was a time when I felt overwhelmed by the constant demands of work and life. I was always rushing, always striving, and always feeling like I was falling short. One weekend, I decided to spend some time in nature. I went hiking, immersed myself in the forest, and allowed myself to simply be. The tranquility of the natural world brought a profound sense of calm and clarity. I realized that by aligning my actions with the natural rhythms around me, I could find balance. I started to incorporate more natural elements into my daily routine, taking walks in the park, practicing mindfulness outdoors, and embracing the simplicity of nature's beauty. This shift helped me feel more grounded, more connected, and more at peace. Living according to nature also means understanding our own nature, our strengths, weaknesses, and true desires. It involves accepting ourselves as we are and working in harmony with our inner selves, rather than against them. When we live authentically and in alignment with our true nature, we experience a deeper sense of fulfillment and purpose. So I ask you, how can you live according to nature? Reflect on the ways you can incorporate the wisdom of the natural world into your daily life. Whether it's spending more time outdoors, embracing the natural rhythms of your body, or living in alignment with your true self, find what brings you back to a state of harmony. As we continue to explore these Stoic questions, remember that nature is a powerful teacher. It offers us lessons in patience, resilience, and acceptance. Embrace these lessons and let them guide you towards a life of greater balance and tranquility. Question 7. Who is in my circle of influence? Let's turn our attention to a question that can profoundly impact our lives. Who is in my circle of influence? The people we surround ourselves with have a significant effect on our thoughts, behaviors, and overall well-being. Recognizing and cultivating our circle of influence is essential for personal growth and happiness. We are social creatures, and our relationships shape us in many ways. Positive, supportive, and virtuous people can inspire and uplift us, while negative influences can drain our energy and hinder our progress. The Stoics understood this well, emphasizing the importance of surrounding oneself with those who encourage virtue and wisdom. Reflect on your own life. Who are the people you interact with most frequently? How do they influence you? Are they supportive, encouraging, and aligned with your values? Or do they bring negativity, drama, and distraction into your life? By evaluating your circle of influence, you can make conscious choices about the relationships you nurture. I remember a time when I was surrounded by people who constantly complained, gossiped, and focused on the negative. It affected my mood, my outlook, and my motivation. I felt drained and uninspired. Then I decided to make a change. I started seeking out individuals who were positive, motivated, and aligned with my values. The difference was remarkable. I felt more energized, optimistic, and driven. My circle of influence lifted me up and inspired me to be my best self. Building a supportive circle of influence doesn't mean cutting ties with everyone who doesn't fit this ideal. It means being mindful of the impact others have on you and prioritizing relationships that foster growth and positivity. Seek out mentors, friends, and colleagues who challenge you to grow, who support your dreams, and who share your commitment to living a virtuous life. So ask yourself, who is in my circle of influence? Identify the people who bring out the best in you and invest in those relationships. At the same time, be aware of those who drain your energy or lead you astray, and consider how you can create healthy boundaries. As we navigate through these Stoic questions, remember that our social environment plays a crucial role in our journey towards a fulfilling life. Surround yourself with those who inspire and support you, and you will find yourself growing stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Question 8. What virtues do I want to cultivate? Next, let's explore a question that lies at the core of Stoic philosophy. What virtues do I want to cultivate? Virtues are the moral and ethical qualities that define our character and guide our actions. In Stoicism, the 4 cardinal virtues are wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Reflecting on which virtues you wish to develop can lead to a more purposeful and fulfilling life. Virtues are like the roots of a tree, grounding us and providing strength in the face of life's challenges. They shape our decisions, influence our relationships, and determine how we respond to adversity. Cultivating virtues is not about achieving perfection, but about striving for continuous improvement and aligning our actions with our highest values. Think about the virtues that resonate most with you. Is it wisdom, the ability to make sound judgments and seek truth? Is it courage, the strength to face fears and take bold actions? Perhaps it's justice, the commitment to fairness and treating others with respect. Or temperance, the practice of self-control and moderation. Each virtue offers a path to personal growth and fulfillment. I'll share a personal story. There was a time when I struggled with patience and temperance. I found myself reacting impulsively, often regretting my actions later. I decided to focus on cultivating temperance, practicing mindfulness and self-restraint. It wasn't easy and there were setbacks, but over time, I noticed a significant change. I became more composed, thoughtful, and balanced. This journey not only improved my relationships, but also brought a deeper sense of inner peace. Cultivating virtues is a lifelong process. It's about setting intentions, practicing consistently, and learning from both successes and failures. By consciously choosing the virtues you want to develop, you create a roadmap for personal growth and a life aligned with your highest values. So ask yourself, what virtues do I want to cultivate? Reflect on the qualities you admire and aspire to embody. Consider how these virtues can guide your actions, influence your decisions, and shape your character. Write them down, make a plan, and take small, consistent steps towards integrating them into your daily life. As we continue to explore these Stoic questions, remember that virtues are the foundation of a meaningful and fulfilling life. By cultivating the virtues that resonate with you, you build a strong moral compass that can guide you through any storm, leading to a life of greater purpose and integrity. Question 9. How would I want to be remembered? Let's move on to a question that touches on our legacy and purpose. How would I want to be remembered? This question invites us to reflect on the impact we want to leave behind and the values we want to be known for. It's about envisioning the legacy we wish to create and living in a way that aligns with that vision. We all leave a mark on the world, whether we realize it or not. Our actions, words, and relationships contribute to the story of our lives. By considering how we want to be remembered, we can gain clarity on what truly matters to us and guide our actions accordingly. Think about your own life. What values do you hold dear? What contributions do you want to make? How do you want people to remember you? These reflections can help you align your daily actions with your long-term goals and aspirations. I'll share a personal story. A few years ago, I attended the funeral of a dear friend. Listening to the eulogies, I was struck by the recurring themes of kindness, generosity, and wisdom that defined his life. It made me reflect on my own legacy and the impact I wanted to have. I realized that I wanted to be remembered for my integrity, my commitment to helping others, and my pursuit of wisdom. This reflection led me to make conscious changes in my life. I became more intentional about my actions, focusing on what truly mattered to me. I sought to live with integrity, to support and uplift those around me, and to continue my journey of learning and growth. This shift not only brought a sense of fulfillment, but also deepened my relationships and sense of purpose. So I invite you to take a moment and reflect. How would I want to be remembered? Think about the values and qualities you want to be associated with. Consider the impact you want to have on your family, friends, and community. Write down your reflections and use them as a guide to shape your actions and decisions. As we near the end of our journey through these Stoic questions, remember that thinking about our legacy is not about seeking perfection or external validation. It's about living authentically, in alignment with our deepest values and making a positive difference in the world. By keeping this question in mind, we can live each day with purpose and intention, creating a legacy that reflects the best of who we are. Question 10. Am I living true to myself? Finally, let's explore a question that cuts to the core of our existence. Am I living true to myself? This question challenges us to examine our authenticity and alignment with our true values, desires, and beliefs. It's about understanding who we are at our core and ensuring that our actions reflect that inner truth. In the hustle and bustle of life, it's easy to get caught up in expectations, those of society, family, and even ourselves. We often find ourselves living in ways that may please others but do not resonate with our authentic selves. Living true to oneself means having the courage to honor your true nature, even when it goes against the grain. Consider your own life. Are you making choices that reflect your true desires and values? Or are you compromising your authenticity to fit into molds created by others? This reflection is crucial because living authentically brings a sense of fulfillment and peace that cannot be found elsewhere. Let me share a personal story. There was a time when I felt trapped in a career that, while successful by external standards, did not align with my true passions and values. I was living a life that others admired, but deep down, I felt disconnected from my true self. It took a lot of introspection and courage to acknowledge this misalignment and make a change. I decided to pursue a path that resonated with my authentic self, even though it was uncertain and fraught with challenges. The journey was not easy, but the rewards were immense. I felt a sense of liberation and alignment that I had never experienced before. Living true to myself allowed me to connect more deeply with others, pursue meaningful work, and live with a sense of integrity and purpose. So ask yourself, am I living true to myself? Reflect on your daily actions, your relationships, and your career. Are they in harmony with your core values and desires? If not, consider what changes you can make to align more closely with your true self. This might involve setting new boundaries, making different choices, or pursuing passions that you've set aside. As we conclude our exploration of these Stoic questions, remember that authenticity is the foundation of a meaningful life. By living true to ourselves, we honor our unique journey and contribute our genuine gifts to the world. Embrace your authenticity and let it guide you towards a life of greater fulfillment and purpose. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the transformative power of Stoic questions. I hope these reflections inspire you to live with greater wisdom, courage, and authenticity. Until next time, continue exploring, growing, and living your truth. As we wrap up our exploration of these 10 transformative Stoic questions, I want to thank you for joining me on this introspective journey. Reflecting on these questions can lead to profound insights and meaningful changes in our lives. By asking ourselves what is truly in our control, what we are avoiding, and how we can live according to nature, we begin to peel back the layers of our existence and uncover our true selves. These questions challenge us to face our fears, embrace gratitude, and cultivate virtues. They invite us to consider our legacy, evaluate our circle of influence, and most importantly, live authentically. Each question serves as a guide, helping us navigate the complexities of life with greater wisdom, courage, and integrity. Remember, the answers to these questions are not static. They will evolve as we grow and change. The journey of self-discovery and personal growth is a lifelong process filled with moments of reflection, learning, and transformation. Embrace this journey with an open heart and mind, and allow these Stoic principles to guide you towards a life of deeper fulfillment and purpose. As you go about your daily life, keep these questions in mind. Reflect on them regularly, and let them inspire you to make conscious, meaningful choices. Share your thoughts and experiences with us in the comments. I would love to hear how these questions have impacted your life. Thank you for being a part of Knowledge Journey. Your presence and engagement mean the world to us. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with others, and subscribe to our channel for more insights and reflections. Together, let's continue exploring the depths of philosophy, psychology, and the human experience. Until next time, remember to live true to yourself, embrace your journey, and find strength in the wisdom of Stoicism. Take care and see you in the next video.